Happy October. Hi guys, I'm Jason Nan, and welcome to another Words! All right, so President Trump's "Hey, you up?" to the president of Ukraine has caused a massive outcry in the Democratic House, prompting them to officially move towards impeachment. Specifically, the push is in response to Trump asking the president of Ukraine to look into political opponent Joe Biden. This is essentially asking a foreign country to interfere with our elections. It's like reverse colonialism. When I first heard that Trump could be facing impeachment because of quid pro quo, I thought that meant he was investing in impeachments and a squid GoPro. Maybe that's just me. Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, said there's no joy in impeaching Trump. She then popped a bottle of champagne and cartwheeled away, singing "Party in the USA." Don't get too hopeful thinking Trump will actually be thrown out of the office, though. We've been down this road before, like every other week of his presidency. It's like dating. Every scandal seems so shiny and new at the beginning, and you tell yourself, oh my God, this could be the one, but the passion always fades, and eventually you're just left just as hopeless as you were before. Gets me down there. However, many do see this information as a gigantic blow to Trump's chances of being reelected. Polls have shown him trailing frontrunner Joe Biden. If they don't choose Trump as the Republican nominee, who will the Republican Party replace him with, and how will they possibly find someone as unqualified, evil, and creepy as Trump, especially with Jeffrey Epstein out of the picture? Ooh. Okay. Don't worry, we still have Mike Pence, the man whose face literally looks like a purge mask. It's nice to know, even in times of uncertainty, we can be sure of one thing. The next president will be a senile, old, white guy. It's nice to know. Also, Trump's personal lawyer and former human being, Rudy Giuliani, is also somehow involved in the scandal because, of course he is. Many sources claim we will know Trump's impeachment status by the end of the year, with Ryan Seacrest announcing the verdict right before the ball drops. I wonder who's at the door.
Jay, Narnia is not what it's hyped up to be, man. It's crazy back there.
Hey, Bailey, I'm sorry, I can't hang right now. I'm doing the monologue right now.
No, but can we hang at your house though?
We always do it at my house.
But no, Jay. I know you talked about the important stuff, but have you talked about the most important news of the week?
What? Trump's impeachment? I mean, yeah, we're talking about that right now. I mean, you interrupted me.
No.
What?
Spider-Man is back!
Okay.
Yeah! He's back!
He's back. Okay, all right. I don't think that's that important. A sitting president is being impeached, guys.
But Jay, please talk about it.
All right, okay, fine.
Hey.
Fine. All right, we're gonna talk about it. Only for you. In a twist more surprising than this show being picked up by ICTV, Disney and Sony have reached a deal allowing Spider-Man to continue his stay in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. For one, I find it heartwarming that two multi-billion-dollar companies were able to set aside their differences in order to focus on one thing that matters the most, right? The ability to make even more billions for years to come. It's as Uncle Ben once said, with great power comes great profitability. Keep going. You were really liking this.
Keep going.
Okay, we will be looking forward to another MCU Spider-Man movie after the live-action Bug's Life falls through, right? Disney has the same business model as what We Nan does. The prompter's moving so. We Nan does due to My Little Cousin on Christmas. They put the same garbage as last year in different wrapping paper and see if they notice.
But the webs, Jay. The webs.
All right, okay, Bailey, the webs are pretty cool. I'll give you that. We'll be right back.
Webs.
Okay. Thank you. Welcome back to In Other Words, I Missed You. If you didn't hear, the Emmys were last weekend, and based on the viewership, you probably didn't. We here in Other Words weren't nominated for anything, but it's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Okay. In response, we're hosting our own mini award show. Let's bring out the nominees, right? Nominated for his work such as Life of a Lanky Man-Child and Whiteface, A Lifestyle, Ronan. How you doing? Hold on one second. Let me find my place. Yeah, there. Nominated for the not-so-secret life of a lesbian, Emma. How How you doing? Oh, you're just really
Yeah.
sticking on to that one there.
Wow.
And let's see. Not last, but certainly not least, nominated for actually getting away with murder, Quinn. Quinn, sit down, please. What did you think about the Emmys?
I kill to feel.
Well, the big winner of the night was the BBC show Fleabag, which I was surprised to learn wasn't about my freshman year roommate. Fleabag took home 6 of its 11 nominations, another show to add to my imaginary list of shows I really do need to watch.
Well, I'm hearing more buzz about Bill Hader. Let's hear it for Bill Hader. Thank you. He won Best Lead in a Comedy for the 2nd year in a row, and I think I speak for everyone here in other words when I say we're so proud of him.
Yeah. He broke through and really showed everyone that middle-aged white guys can win awards.
Yeah,
I'm glad that white guys are finally getting the recognition they deserve.
me too.
What are you doing that to me?
Yeah, no, it's true. And SNL Hader's alma mater just won its 65th Emmy Award, making it a big night for underdog stories.
SNL won for Best Variety Sketch Series, the category that only exists to give awards to SNL.
Pretty fair.
Big
That's pretty
facts,
fair.
no
Big facts,
printer.
yeah.
Did you just say big facts? No
Yeah, he
printer?
did say big facts.
Oh, God.
That took me a little bit to get, I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too.
Honestly, after a night of self-promotion, I'm just relieved that there were no injuries reported from everyone, patting themselves on the back.
I mean, seriously, the Emmys had their lowest ratings ever, and nobody's surprised. These award shows are the epitome of what millennials don't care about: cable TV, SNL, and things decided by old people, aka elections.
You really got us there, dude. It's a rough one.
I wanna talk a little bit about Jarrell Jerome.
Yo, he was at my Sweet 16.
Who cares?
Just saying.
That was so mean. I'm so sorry.
I'll leave now.
Though he was only a student at Ithaca for 1 semester, I'm sure the college will send us about, whoa.
You got it. I believe in you.
Okay, I'll try my best.
It's the one after 4. It's the one after 4.
1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4.
5.
Yeah.
6?
The Ithaca College will probably send us approximately 5 email 5 times a day for the next 6.5 years about it.
Oh, and 12 IT surveys.
I mean, okay, all right. We're happy for him, though, right? First Afro-Latino actor with an Emmy ever.
Ever.
Like, that's big.
I
huge.
see we'll eat that up.
Well, Trump isn't so much of a fan and is honestly very insulted that he wasn't able to share in the Emmy fame because of his stellar acting and repeated attempts to have 5 children put to death. Because he put the ad in the New York Daily News to kill the Central Park.
Okay, all right, okay. And poor,
Add
okay,
it to the
all right,
list.
right. Poor Thomas Lennon, right? He tried to insert some comedic commentary between Emmy segments with some underwhelming results. His Chernobyl jokes may have been the biggest bust since, well, like Chernobyl.
Game of Thrones won for Best Drama for their final season. I'm surprised they could see anything that was going on.
Yeah.
Just because
Like we
Because it was so dark.
it was so dark.
Fight scene
Yeah.
was so dark.
Yeah, I don't actually know how it ends because I couldn't see it. So I heard it's not good. though.
Daenerys becomes bad.
Anyway,
Spoiler alert.
giving Game of Thrones Best Drama is like giving me, my high school quarterback, the Heisman.
Bless you. Wait, I'm pretty sure that OJ won one of those.
Just another similarity between Game of Thrones and O.J.
No,
Simpson.
Yeah,
In
no,
this essay,
no.
Okay. Did you guys see Jenny McCarthy interview Christina Applegate on the red carpet? McCarthy, who was 46, told Applegate, who was 47, that she wanted to be her when she was a kid. Isn't that so interesting?
I mean, I think we should give her a break. No one ever said Jenny McCarthy was good at math or, telling the truth.
Low blow, bro.
Yeah, really. Quinn, do better next time.
Sorry about it.
The internet went crazy over the weird slow shuffle walk Gwyneth Paltrow did as she made her way to center stage. The walk was similar to the bath mat shuffle I do when I get out of the shower and realize my towel is just across the bathroom.
I've never used a towel.
I can smell that. I'm pretty sure I could have walked all the way to Z-Lot, waited in the ridiculously long line for donuts at Applefest, overrated, come back, took a selfie with the groundhog in lower quads, and turned the TV back on to see her finally reaching the microphone.
Yeah, I think the amount of time it took her to walk across the stage, half of the campus caught the freshman flu. I mean, sorry,
First year.
first year flu.
First year.
Yeah,
And
come on, be
completely
better.
healed before she finished her speech.
Yeah? It's all right, bud.
Thanks to all the wonderful correspondents. We'll be right back.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure. You did great, buddy. It worked.
Oh, hey there. Welcome back. Shut up! This is a new segment called the New Weekly Segment we're only doing once. Now, freshman year can be tough, and it's people's first time getting into the college experience. It can be really overwhelming for some people. Hannah here is a freshman, and Liz and I, that is the third time I've done that, Liz and I are here to give her some hot tips on the do's and don'ts of her first year at IC.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for helping me, guys. Like, I really appreciate it. So, I'm having a little bit of trouble with my dining plan. Any tips?
Follow the BYOC rule. Bring your own cup in every situation. Every cup in the dining hall is kind of brown, so.
And well, if anyone says Sandelas, they mean Neapolitan.
And if someone says Neapolitan, they mean Ithaca Bakery.
And if someone says Freshens, they mean Campus Center Cafe.
Oh, you know, I've actually heard they've already changed it to Sugar Shack.
Don't even get me started on IC Square.
It's been a tough transition.
Wow, that's a lot. Okay, how about some tips for going downtown?
Oh, if you want to see some magic, walk straight and don't make eye contact.
Save your change. Pay for the T-Cat in pennies.
Hey, that's good. There are two taste of ties.
There are two taste of ties.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Well, I use Grubhub anyway.
I know I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but I'm already thinking about where I should live next year.
Don't live in terraces, period.
Whine about a gluten allergy and get a garden.
Or whine about having asthma and get an air conditioner.
But definitely don't do both.
How are you liking where you live now, by the way?
Well, I live on the 14th floor of East Tower.
Wait, I thought the 14th floor was offices.
Yeah, it is. I sleep under Chad's desk from IT. I have a great view of the lake.
Solid.
Don't be loud at 3 a.m. if you live directly next to your RA.
Unless you're playing Mario Kart, that's usually okay.
Right. That's true. As long as the RA is invited to play at least one round of Mushroom Gorge.
Yeah, that's only fair.
If you say floor meeting 3 times in a communal bathroom, dry erase writing will appear saying when the meeting times are.
Are those events mandatory?
No, but it's cute to go to.
Go for the free food, but don't make direct eye contact with your RA or they'll ask you to help them make next month's bulletin board.
They're really they're desperate for company.
Any other advice?
Avoid the guilt that Muller Chapel emits.
Don't ever make direct eye contact with Quinn.
Read all your email poetry at open mic night.
Don't hit reply. And hey, we are out of time. Thank you so much for watching this segment, and we'll be right back in after the commercials. Thank you.
Over this way, maybe perhaps. Do you want to grab their attention, Elizabeth? Oh no, it looks like they're. No, they have gone away. Hello, everybody. My name is Bailey Wilkinson. I'm one of your correspondents for In Other Words.
And I'm Liz Adams, another one of your correspondents on In Other Words.
And right now, we're just gonna ask some people some questions.
Can
A
you
riddle.
give us a
Can-
famous person?
Famous person?
Mhm.
John Krasinski.
Food.
Any food.
Any food.
Bacon.
Bacon.
Yeah.
Christopher Robin.
Caroline definitely would have worn All-Stars.
Number.
A number.
49.
What is a verb that you can give us? A verb.
Jumping.
Jumping.
That's a good one.
Like a
That's a good
jumping
verb. I
bean.
love jumping.
Can you give us a plural noun of any kind?
Dogs. Conjunction, junction. What's your function?
Is that a reference?
Body parts.
Not actually. Please don't.
But
That's
don't.
really disgusting.
That would be disgusting.
Torso.
Can you give us a noun of any kind?
Pizza.
Any pizza.
Give us an adjective.
Any adjective. First thing that pops to your mind.
Tall.
There it is.
Oh,
Oh, there's
there's someone
someone
coming
coming up
up
the
through the stairs.
stairs.
All right.
Would you mind
Excuse me, ma'am.
answering a question
Would
for
you
us?
a noun?
Cat.
Cat.
Perfect. Can you give us a food?
A food.
A food.
A food.
A food.
Fried rice.
Another food.
Milk.
Another one. Another one.
Sashimi.
Bailey Wilkinson.
Alright, let's get back to it.
All right. An adjective describes something. We're doing a Mad Lib.
Okay, colorful.
Colorful. That's a good one.
A plural noun.
A plural noun.
Tables.
Tables.
Beautiful. That's perfect.
We got a lot of our words.
Awesome. That's
looks like we
that's
got
good.
most of them.
That's good.
Because some people, like, you know, they
Yeah.
were a little bit more camera shy than others.
Yeah,
but I think
yeah,
it's
but
fine.
maybe you know what? Why don't we get 2 more words?
Let's get 2 more words.
Let's
you know
push
what?
it.
2 more words. I
Let's
feel
do
like
2 more
let's
words.
finish strong.
Let's find
Number
4.
4. Can you give us a noun of any kind?
Shoelace.
Shoelace. It looks like
We have all of our words.
we have all, of
all
our
22
words.
words.
We have all 22 words
So,
here.
Hang in
All
there.
right, folks.
For our dramatic weeding.
Our dramatic weeding.
Dramatic weeding.
Now, this is called Halloween Mad Libs. I can't believe it's already Halloween. I can't wait to put on my house and visit every Ithaca college in my neighborhood.
This year, I'm going to dress up as a Bailey Wilkinson with blue bones
With blue bones.
before I
Skeleton.
horseback riding. Horseback ride. I make sure to grab my tall cat to hold all of my
The tall cat's gonna hold all
cat to hold all
of the
my
fried
rice.
before wait to hold my fried rice. Finally, all of my dogs are ready to go. When John Krasinski answers the door, I say, "Pizza or bacon?" 49 houses, and decide it's time to jumping. It's time to jumping. My Noah says if I eat too much milk, my torso will hurt. So I'll just eat 4 pieces and go straight to bed. I hope I'll have colorful dreams of tables tonight. Happy Halloween. All right, Liz, I think that was a very
That was the driest Mad Libs we've ever had. Ooh, we're never doing this again.
wow.
Thanks, guys. Love you.
So
Sammy!
so in other words, like Sammy has said, I don't think we're doing Mad Libs anymore. And this story, though, I feel could be nominated for Best Screenplay at the Oscars. What do you say, Liz?
I really feel like there was so many layers, like Shrek said, and
Ogres have layers.
Can you not?
Liz just spit in my face, but it's fine. Oh.
Thank you. By now, you're all probably familiar with Queer Eye, right? Do we have Queer Eye fans in the house? You know, the Netflix show that goes from lighthearted jokes about French tucks and avocado toast to exploring deeply rooted emotional trauma at a hair salon in a small Midwestern town with a fully fledged camera crew. Oh my God, that was a mouthful. That show. Now, this past week, this past week, one of the show's stars, Jonathan Van Ness, this guy, courageously shared his HIV positive status with the New York Times. His hope is that in sharing his diagnosis, he might be able to break down stigmas surrounding living with HIV. Over the years, HIV has been stigmatized as being untreatable, which is just not the case. While the disease is not curable, it can be managed with proper medical care. Many people, just like Jonathan Van Ness, go on to live fabulous lives. You might think that HIV stereotypes in 2019 are as outdated as low-rise jeans on or Lindsay Lohan's acting career. However, yeah, that was a joke. However, 1 in 8 people living with HIV are currently being denied health care services due to stigmas and discrimination surrounding the disease. The good news is, though, we have a leader who truly prioritizes health care above all else. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I thought this was airing in a country where universal health care was a thing. Okay, if you're living in the U.S., man, I have some bad news for you. Donald Trump, as per usual, has put his 2 cents, and by that I mean his opinion, not a charitable donation. Donald Trump approved a 19% cut to CDC funding for HIV prevention in 2018 and decreased funding for housing opportunities for people with AIDS by 26 million. Yeah. You know, I actually heard that's exactly the same amount of money he was going to pay Ukrainian government to look into Biden's son. In 2018, Bill Gates, oh my God, go up, just go a little bit. In 2018, Bill Gates revealed in an interview with MSNBC that Trump had actually called him up to ask what the difference between HIV and HPV was, which is wrong for so many reasons. First of all, why was Bill Gates his go-to guy for all things sexual health related? That sounds about as helpful as calling Rudy Giuliani to be your lawyer. This guy doesn't make sense, okay, at all. Also, if I had the power to call Bill Gates and ask him literally any question, I probably would have picked something more along these lines of like, I don't know, man. Hey man, could you donate $1 million to my personal bank account? I'm in college. So, where do we go from here? Jonathan Van Ness sharing his experience is a great first step towards breaking down stereotypes and showing that the public that an HIV diagnosis is not an automatic death sentence when properly treated. And as Jonathan Van Ness noted in an Instagram post last week, skate your gorgeous self, this is me doing an impression, skate your gorgeous self down to Washington, D.C. to advocate for human rights campaign, which does a lot of work for issues such as this. I don't know how he talks, he just kind of eyeballed it there. In other words, get out there and fight for issues you care about. All right. That's the show. Thanks to our correspondents for once again invading my apartment to talk about important topics like Spider-Man. That's actually very important to me. And thanks to our crew for being competent. Put us on air. Thank you. Good night.